Let's go! What is wrong with the... Like, Wi-Fi is working, right? But I only have this PC connected with my wired cable, right? I should also like get a Wi-Fi connection as a backup for this PC. Like for real. Aye! That's so stupid, guys. We got Telekom. 1&1. Legend is back. Guys, aye! I really need to fix this before tomorrow, because tomorrow, with the first Splatoon 3 stream, right? I don't want to have any disconnects like this, and I don't want to redo this level. Krusty as lane cable. Probably, yeah, I'm gonna change them out. I hope it's gonna stay, like, connected now. Alrighty, and I have to go all the way back here? I mean, there's an arrow pointing me upwards. Probably this one's gonna get me to the next level. Can we at least get more fun levels? That would be nice. Because the last one was just tedious. Alrighty guys. Hey Manila, hope you're doing fine. Welcome back. Hey SC, hope you're doing fine. What time is the first Splatoon 3 stream? This is in exactly 20 hours, I guess. Okay. I mean, we can kill these. That's no biggie. That is no biggie. I just gotta ignore these. Oh wait, no, they have rollers. I can't ignore a roller player. Damn, this guy just... shot immediately. No. Damn. They aim on point. I think he's just stuck. She's stuck. It's kinda cute how they still try. It's trying so much, holy moly. Okay, now they realize I'm over here. But if I go over here, then they go back here again. Okay. Poor girl. They're really so stupid, holy moly. Damn. Direct? Oh, I gotta get down here again. Oh, this sucks. And I actually die. Crazy daisy moment, guys. But there's really nothing worse than like having internet connection issues while streaming. Like this really wears down your mood. But we won't let it stop us from having a damn good time, I guess. With the single player, guys. Let's go, the single player. Woo! Can I get some poggers in the chat for the single player? Enthusiastic poggers coming through. Oh, you get the slowest tenta missiles. Yo, that was so great. Nice. Okay, boys, back to hero mode. Weenie hat juniors. A question, man. I know you're German and I'm German too. Should I comment the things normally in English? I mean, you can write them in German, but I will answer them in English. But English makes more sense. Ich spiele mit LAN-Kabel. Still can't believe the turn sent the shipping confirmation for the Pro Controller, but not the game. Damn. My man Wadsm can't count. Yeah, stuck in elementary school. Kein LAN-Anschluss. Shoutouts to Australia existing, yeah, so we can get them earlier. Did you play another song on the rhythm games? I did. I played a couple. I wish you could add bot enemies in Recon. Yeah. Having bad internet is worse than having no internet. Yeah, that's true. Can you check the ends after stream? Yes. The fiercest war Germany's been going through years now. The internet connections. You're waiting for lore reactions. Yes. Alrighty, guys. Next one. This one is next, right? No, wait, this is the one I was just on. And we wait, and we wait, and we wait for the platform to arrive, because this gameplay features very wise. Okay, we got 2 platforms. Done, right? And these, okay. It's probably 2 per side. 2 on these and 2 on these, so... What do they do down there? Crazy, they're up to something, guys. These Octarians are up to something. They're up to no good. Go. Wait, it's up here? It's actually crazy. Can I get up? No! Okay. What? No! I thought... No! And I go the whole way again? Oh, come on, game. Game. Don't do me like that. And we wait, and we wait. Sector 5 is the last one? I think so, right? I mean, I don't know. The hub wall only shows 5. Maybe there's a secret 6th wall. It was 1,500 for this rush. Bomb died. Why does your chair have eyes? So he can stare into your souls. Hero Duelise, let's go. Feeling when I see Octavia as a boss fight again. One of the trailers. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? Okay, this looks like a fast-paced level because of ink rails. Nailed it. Oh, I feel rocked, guys. Sounds like a level fast though. Damn, guys. This level is sweet. That's at least satisfying to play. The race would work. That I could not see coming. It's quite unfortunate, to say the least. Alrighty guys. This guy, dead. This guy, unalived. This tree, alive. Wow, wait, I went through the thing, didn't I? Yeah, using the new squid roll to dodge the pipes. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, guys. You. I mean, you good, sir. I'm just gonna leave you there. That was fine with me if you stay there. I really thought that would make me sweat. Final checkpoint? Not even the final one. Holy moly, these levels are getting longer, guys. Checkpoint finale. Alright. You really think you can hit us here? I don't think that is possible. I wanted to have them on the victory photo. This level is mostly an auto-scroller. Yeah, that was a better auto-scroller though. Not this song. Buddy Boo. You know that SpongeBob line also applies to Kingdom Hearts. Why? Will Wadsm also be playing Octo Expansion? I've played it before. So yeah. Wadsm using the skid roll. I wished it were me, guys. I wished it were me. Thanks, squid roll. Stuff. Taxi, please. What's with the hero mode appreciation here? This is dog shit. HW. Wait, what does HW mean there in that context? And these Octarians really not up to much good here, I guess. Hero mode is pretty unremarkable, kind of, right? What's the finishing his level in underwear? Yeah, I don't care. Oh, pants. Who eats pants anyway, right? Why do I play dualies? We play these. I tried, guys. I tried my best, but I didn't succeed. Hey, Bonnie, coping fine. Oh wait, you can't. Alrighty, almighty guys. Let's try it this time around. Isn't there a level here? Or is it up here? I'm a bit confused, guys. Is the level over here? There must be like another switch that I have to hit, right? Look above, thank you for the tip. That would have been probably a moment where I like spent like 10 minutes trying to figure something out until I look up a guide. Thank you, kind sir. Yes, you're doing fine. I just reached extra links zones today. Nice, and that's a cute ass emoji there. Holy moly, it looks adorable. Yes. We're just going, guys. We don't even care. Speedrun wires. Nice level, guys. Nice level design. I mean, at least there's more going on in this one, I guess. You gotta give me that. I kind of drew a dig on that wall, but no one saw that. That's stuff of the past, guys. We don't concern ourselves with the past. We concern ourselves with the present to affect the future. This is what mad lads do. This is what we do right now. We just go through this level in under a minute. Tried our best, guys. No, I need more. I need more. No. I'm kind of stuck here, aren't I? Alrighty, almighty. Oh wait, there was some up here. I didn't know. Okay, it was totally unnecessary. So much for the speedrun, I guess. Final checkpoint. This, guys, is still the speedrun. So hey Ronald, hope you doing fine. Jesus. What's this guy thing do again? Ah, this is the you pushed him off thing. I really thought I could be the man. But I guess we can wait up here. I just wait for them to be crushed. What a horrible death. Very unlucky for them indeed, but hey, Battle, hope you're doing fine. You're at school? Damn. Bro. What was that face? The face of... I don't know. Those were a lot of emotions mixed together. Yeah. Alrighty, guys. Why do I always say alrighty? What do I gain of saying alrighty? We wait. We are looking cool. Guys, we gotta do it in style. I mean, I did a whole series, The Art of, which I mostly do stuff just in style, you know, just because I can. Just because you should, right? The animation when you roll in Splatoon 3 is so nice. Because they have like the biggest smile on their face. Like they're just having a blast rolling around. You can really see how much they enjoyed in Splatoon 3. Here they just stand there. You don't even see their mouth. Unlucky, but where's my level though? Why? 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 Okay, we don't lose that much time, I guess. Thankfully it was a checkpoint. I should have just stayed on it. Like a good boy. Apparently that is too much for me to do. Hey Dr. Hubie, hope you're doing fine. They were so happy. Yeah, imagine turf war in the campaign maps. That would be nice. It also applies to brushes. Yeah. They even want to find it. Hey. Wait, was there another one? And this is the one I was supposed to find, right? Oh, not the slowest weapon, guys. I don't want to play the slowest weapon. Oh, wait, I can actually die here. I severely underestimated them, guys. And this one you can just shred, I guess. Jesus. Actual level that I can't just swim through, I guess. But should I ever want to play the floor's lava with me? Depends on the situation. Like in real life, under circumstances that the floor is actually lava, then not. As a game, yes. In game, maybe, depends. These things move, I just realized. Launch pads! Let's go. I mean, yeah, the splitting feels pretty cool in this mode. Gotta leave it that, I guess. All planned, guys. All blend. Obviously. Nice. Final checkpoint now. Not? Crazy. These levels are long. Oh! Yeah, I knew I would get bamboozled by this. Wadsm boomy, let's go! Alrighty. Where is it? Still down there? Okay. Almost bamboozled us, guys. really almost did. Guys. Almost they did. Let's go! Okay. One's missing, guys. Another Wadsm noise. Wadsm boomies, Wadsm noise. I don't know. Everything Wadsm. Hey, guys, I think this level was what I played the most because I couldn't find the sunken scroll. I'm melting oven to the next LAN. The real rose lava. Damn. You're not playing around anymore, Benny. But the thing is, guys. I guess we wait, right? But we wait in style again. That's all we can do. Where are we? Did we miss the one thing? We should get to the second one now, right? Or did I miss something? What's up? Ha! That's comedy. Wait, I was here already. Wait, where's the last one? Upgrade the hero shot and becomes OP. I mean, we can't make it too easy for us, right? Wait, where's the last one, guys? Why am I stupid? Should really upgrade the hero shot? Huh? What will happen first? Finishing story mode or my inkling learning how to swim? Okay, that is not what I want. Have we been over there? That's and I don't want to go all the way around again. I mean, we found one on every island, except this one. Invisible path, or there was an invisible path. I think at one point I actually accidentally shot an invisible path. Was it over there? No, not this one. Yeah, also not over here. I was just checking very quickly. Blue platforms. You say? Wait, over there, yeah. I see it. No, I've activated this checkpoint. Oh, yeah! Thank you. I did it completely on my own. At the bottom of the map. Thank you, guys. Upgrading some babies? Yeah, right? We love to wait in the video game. Waiting, guys, builds up the excitement. Guys, the excitement in me is building up to enormous levels never seen before. It's actually crazy how much hyped I am to play this one match, this one round over here. You really can't imagine the anticipation that my body feels at this very moment. No, there was no checkpoint! I really don't like waiting in video games. Like, in auto-scrollers, I'm always so, like, impatient to get to the next string. I just gave for watching a Splatoon 2 clip done. Damn, did he watch the whole thing? I mean, I guess a few people will. Not many, but to anyone who watches the whole thing, kudos to you. You good man, story mode makes you kinda insane. Yeah, I don't know, this is like, story mode, I mean it's nice to have, right? But as a veteran player, this doesn't appeal that much to me anymore, right? I mean, there's barely any story. I mean, I would have to get the Sunken Scrolls, but I kinda don't want to at this point. At this point, I just want to get the final boss done, right? And then we're gonna watch some videos. That's all we wanna do. Oh wait, this was the checkpoint. I see how it is. We found it. This was a speedrun, you would fail one record by 1 or 2 seconds. Yeah. I'm that fast, right? Aren't I? It's between 3 and 9 hours. Wait, what weapon is missing? Oh, okay. Let's go! Okay, that's actually cool. Unexpected. The anticipation actually kind of paid off, even though I almost died here. I love it when I can destroy stuff. Let's go! Okay, the excitement for the first 10 seconds of the level, they are already gone because I thought that was the map's gimmick. But so I thought, I guess. I can flank them, yeah, but I can also just run past them. Mary, you ever thought of this? Why would you even like try to slaughter everyone from the other race? Mary, that's kinda racist. I know you're at an active war, but you really don't need to just like you can take prisoners, you know? Like they're completely harmless. It's almost like that you enjoy them and enjoy killing them, Mary. And I mean, we have established earlier that she is not the most ethical player as well, because she kind of has some hacks going on, because we can't kill her, right? So Marie kinda sus. Not sus, but I mean, oh wait, this guy has the key. Alrighty. Why are there teapots over there? Alright, I just wanna wee! And I wanna wee! And okay. Let's do it like this. Okay, this one, guys. Woo! Let's go! Okay. Let's go! I guess why not? We can just run past it, I guess. And now we need to kill everyone, I guess. And this is a crazy player, guys. A shield and a lot of HP. Alrighty, I think this might be one of the last levels. I mean, it's the last level of this world, and this might be the last world. Right? I want to kill that guy. What is this? What? Huh? Did they respawn? At least I kill him, I guess. Alrighty, guys. Alrighty. Huh? I don't know. He might have spawned, or he just was a pacifist enough to not shoot me for like 10 seconds. Peace was never an option, not for Marie, apparently. What information? Australia only gets it after 19 hours? Hey, over Earth, hope you're doing fine. Yeah, like a lot of people have told me that it's possible to play it earlier than with Australia. Alrighty, guys. I said these Octarians are up to no good. What is this? A teapot. I knew it. I knew it. Wait, where is this? How can I get there? $418 your teapot? What do you mean by that? Alright, but from the silhouette alone, I can see this is DJ Octavio. Guys, I need to flex again with this custom-made amiibo. Look at them. Look at them. And then look at... Wait, where is it? There, the silhouette. Do you see the silhouette? And this one? Same thing. Nice, flex 'em. 1 day is 9 hours. Damn. Hey, Yuki, hope you're doing fine. That's programmer humor. Yeah, that's beyond me. That's nothing. Or at least that's not my expertise. Let's call it like that. Let's do the final boss. He gets green screened. So sick. It's actually, yeah, it is. Hey, Stormy. Yeah, Sheldon, goddammit, I don't care about the data. I just wanna play the story. Holy moly. Wait, Kali is actually the final boss of this game? She has a nice hairstyle. That's a different one than the first game. Damn. Alright, Sheldon's like Zuckerberg, he wants your data. In the house! Yeah! Remix Scarlet's brain. Time for our first song of the night! Time to drop the beat down. Spin it! What was I supposed to do again? No! This guy learned nothing from the first game. Jesus Christ. This is some big ass bombs though. Yeah, they can't be bounced back. Finally you see something useful, Sheldon. I kinda noticed it though. On my own. Guy's in a queue of 30 or something. The way he's not learning it or whatsoever. Exciting. final boss? Shower attack, damn. Crazy. I have not expected that at all. How can I possibly recover from a sick move like that? The power move, guys. Shower power move. Ah, wait, it's Kelly. The Wasabi Beat! Let's go! Is this battle speedrun? Hell. What was written on the fists? I don't know. He's raising up. Oh no, he's raising up, guys! What are we supposed to do now? He's raising up. No way. Something's coming up. Crazy, dude. Wait, they were spinning. That's weird. I mean, that's not really like an obstacle whatsoever. I mean, these are spinning. At least I can't dodge. Oh no, the shower attack proved to be too much to me, guys. Hits with the shower attack. Go on. Go on. Nah, that's not a one I can dodge. Go on. You're wasting everyone's time. Yes. Yeah. What was that sound, dude? Jesus Christ. Dude, how Kelly's struggling so much on the top there. I got him down. Nice. Epic cutscene, guys. There's a cakewalk. Yeah, it really is. Damn! What's going on? Sheldon can drive? She can snipe? She killed her! Oh no. The Hypno Shades. Oh no. The low tide ink. Ah, okay. Of course. Alright, we'll make it pay. Oh, he has a new dodge move, guys! No way. It's crazy, guys. It's crazy, he has a new dodge move. Do you see this, guys? A new dodge move. The shower attack, guys. What are we supposed to be doing? Oh, okay. Go on. Give me your fist, I can take it. Oh no. Anyway. Damn, I didn't shoot back the first one, guys. We might actually lose now, right? Oh, not the dodge attack, guys! Oh no! The dodge attack! I mean, we can't even hit him anyway without him punching us. Why the hell? Why does he dodge? No tight ink is working. Nice. Damn, she has radio. Oh, Maniac. Wait, that's not the wrong song. Oh, I like the tune, guys. We know that one. Dude, the mouth animation. The music, yeah. I mean, that is a banger. That song is just a banger. Come on. Okay, now we actually have something to strike back, I guess. This one goes far. Okay, now the dodge move kinda makes sense, guys. Right? And we're dead. Okay, I just realized we need to shoot the hands. Alrighty. But how do we dodge these? Also just shoot them, I guess? Nah, we just die, guys. We died, how bad, yeah. Because I don't know what I should do to dodge. I mean, I can maybe dodge to the other side. What? Dodge it. Okay, that's just the other side, I get it. Okay, wow. I mean, we can't really do anything else, right? Besides dodging. Oh, we can even just dodge through them. Okay, I see. Wow. Oh no. Anyway. Oh no. Anyway. I like the ambience of this boss fight though. Oh no. Dude, it's like it doesn't really look like you can really like jump through them, but you just get pure invincibility. And this guy has 0 or even negative IQ points, that he keeps doing the same move like 20 times in a row. Which is the only way we can really actually damage him. I can't do anything anymore, wow. Yay. We did it, guys! Woo! Not again. Crossfade to or something, I don't know. GG. Woo! Boxums in chat. And he died. Just exploded. All his guts everywhere. Lord time. Lord time it is, yes. Oh, now the thing is up there. I never had it.
Wow. That was such an intense battle. Congrats. Also, why am I not following? Let me change that.
Thanks for the follow, Levant, and thanks for the cheers. But I mean, the TTS voice being completely like without any like energy. That's
GG Tomby hers.
Easy. Thanks as well, Dominic, for the bits. Great Sapfish is back. Yeah, just in time for Splatoon 3, I guess. Alright, take your pictures, right? Ah. Ah, the credits, okay. I guess I've never seen the credits of the game. I mean, what better time than like a day before the other game releases that the credits come? Well, not even motion control, but I mean, it at least looks nice. Very stylish credits. I mean, we goof on this game, we shit on this game sometimes because of the balancing, right? It did some things wrong, but after all, this game is still like very special, obviously. And this game kind of changed my life anyway, so yeah, I'm forever grateful for this game and for the people who did this game. So I mean, at some point, spam box. Ooh, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's a beautiful game. It's a piece of art, definitely. It has its flaws. It is unique, but I mean, nothing is perfect. And even the flaws makes it kind of special, you know. So that's nice with the ink colors here. And we even get red ink here, guys. That's some blood on their hands. Ah! You can really get it in here. Yeah, we wait 5 years for me to beat the Splatoon 3 story mode now. Yeah, there's some cars. Crazy Daisy moment. Localization, Nate, Tim, Rich, who else? Raiko, Helene, Billy, Rich, Dutch. Dutch is a surname? I know the surname, like first name Eric, Ethan, Philip, Hanako, Luke. Oh, what a name! Daniel, okay wait, that's his whole name. Daniel, Petra, Alessandro, Anton, Alicia, okay, Benjamin, Carsten, Breno, Dimitri, alright, we get it. Can you play Maritime Memory from where we are right now? What is a Maritime Memory? From where you are right now? Have you ever uploaded a video of defeating Inner Agent 3? I haven't. So it's the one guy in the credits that got to have fish under the name in Octo Expansion. Damn. Bombs only, yeah. I hope that Splatoon 3's end credits has something similar to New Super Mario Bros. Wii era's credits. Yeah, those were so fun, right? Point of view, you hack Splatoon 1 and have infinite burst bombs. Do you want to fight Inner Agent 3 in the stream? Nah, I already did that. I will watch some Splatoon lore videos, guys. Guys, I try to communicate with you, right? Alright, watch this. You could read that, right? Yay! Let's go, I will never use them. Kimishima. Lore. Lore. Help. Help me, guys. I'm being held captive by this guy. Yeah, I never had a Zapfish there. Jesus. It says here, 203 credits. Ah! What was that sound? Jesus Christ. We'll just show up next stream. Next stream is Splatoon 3. Yeah. Regular, current, regular battle stages. Alrighty, guys. Nice on the Zapfish. Guys. We're gonna start with the other thing, I guess. That's what's noise. Yeah, let me see. Why am I so tired? Okay, I'm a bit tired. I admit it. I'm gonna go to bed early today so I can do an Omega stream tomorrow. I hope that we can play the game earlier with the Australian release, but for now, 100% the game. Nah, guys. We do watch some Splatoon lore. Right? Hey RJ, hope you're doing fine. Guys, this is reactions. That's me right now. Reacting to some lore. Jonsson, did you beat it? I did. Why am I yawning that much? Like, I barely ever yawn on stream. Maybe the single player was that boring? I don't know. Live Wadsm reaction. Alrighty, guys. I guess we just jump right into it.
Had become kids back.
Okay.
Long before fish had begun to walk upon land and squids had become kids, back in the distant era of mankind, a world war broke out so devastating that humanity was forced to move into a system of underground bunkers. Eventually, a warhead was fired at Antarctica, causing the ice caps to melt and the oceans to flood over the land. And so, humanity's last hope lied in the hands of a scientist, who created a cryogenic pod that could freeze someone for 10,000 years. But when met with the moral dilemma of whether to save all of humanity or to save his pet cat Judd, he chose his cat. The Earth then completely flooded over, and the age of humanity...
Stop. What? Judd is how old? Okay, I knew that there was like a war, right? That wiped out humanity. Post-apocalyptic. Wait, hold on a second, guys. Okay.
Had come to an end. Thousands of years passed, and the sea levels eventually receded. Marine life began to develop intelligence and walk upon land. Most looked questionable, but some had a more human-like appearance, namely the Inklings, who were the evolution of squids, and the Octolings, who were the evolution...
But how does it happen in 10,000 years, guys? Like, there must be something happening. Like, evolution doesn't just work like that in 10,000 years. There must have been some crossbreeding between monkeys and humans or something. Or am I looking too deep into this? Humanity achieved immortality, but went extinct before they could use it. Like, I mean, this is, like, they look like humans. There must have been something happening. Some crossbreeding or something. I don't know. Like, convergent evolution, guess?
Of octopusi, whatever. Inklings and Octolings start their lives as cute little squidly creatures, and by the time they reach 14, their bodies fully transition into a human form. However, they lack any bones and are made primarily of ink and cartilage, which means that they can easily shapeshift back into a smaller form. But in an ironic twist, they now dissolve whenever they come into contact with water, meaning that they can no longer swim. something I'm reminded of every time I play online. The Octolings are also a part of a larger branch.
Okay, hold on. They don't have bones. They don't have bones, guys. They don't have bones. They should not look like they do. They should just sag inward and just be like a piece of grub. I don't know what grub is, but that would describe any creature without bones. Huge bit of fire. The skyscraper Betty, yeah. Alrighty, okay. I mean, it's a video game. We don't need to question everything, but...
of species called Octarians, which includes many tentacle-based creatures. It's stated that Octarians are created by cutting the tentacle off from a host, as opposed to Octolings who reproduce by... well, I'm sure the internet has me covered on that one. For a while...
Yeah, why don't they show that? We need to watch... and I checked, there's no spoilers on the website here. We need to look this up, guys. Just kidding.
Relations were good between the Inklings and the Octarians.
They
would often get together for non-lethal ink-based battles they called turf wars. It was also around this time that Judd awoke from his 10,000-year-long cryo-sleep, and because no one had ever seen a cat before, he was immediately accepted as a god. Judd had a great eye for analyzing battlefields, and would come in handy since he could instantly determine the winning side in turf wars. However, due to a lack of...
Wait, cats of our age have that capability? I mean, I love that Judd is a god. I mean, we kind of treat cats like gods as well, right? White mode browser, no. Only for YouTube. I mean, Google as well, but... Okay, guys.
Of living space, an actual war broke out between the Inklings and the Octarians called the Great Turf War. The Inklings were commanded by Captain Cuttlefish.
So that's kind of like the Great War of our time, right? Captain Cuttlefish, damn, he's hot. Why is he hot?
Alongside weapons expert Moses Schellendorf.
What?
And their strategist, Judd.
What?
The squad.
Judd is a war veteran.
Squad known as the Squidbeak Splatoon, while the Octarians were led by DJ Octavio
Wait, DJ Octavio is a girl?
Alongside a whole bunch of giant death machines. But the Octarians still lost, apparently because squids have more appendages, or maybe because the plug to power the Octarian weapons got pulled somehow? I don't know, there's conflicting reports on this one. After the war, the Octarians were forced to move underground and live in humanity's old bunkers, while the Inklings...
that's why we have all like the artifacts, the human ones in all the levels. No mistake here, Cuttlefish didn't actually lead the entire Inkling army. So, but he participated. That's why he's old. I mean, that's kind of the only old Inkling we ever saw. What happened to the others? Did they just unalived? Or what happened? DJ Octavio is a male, yeah, but the hairstyle really looked female. I mean, gender is no more. So.
Lived above ground, creating giant cities like one big one called Inkopolis.
Okay, guys, these creatures emerged from the sea in a matter of years. They developed the same technology as us humans. Holy moly, their brains must be... The extension makes even more sense now. A lot of misleading stuff in this one. I'm gonna watch a Razika's video later on.
Using the electricity from creatures called zapfish to power their metropolis, along with the great zapfish, who just casually hangs out in the middle of the city. The Inklings also brought back turf wars, but primarily for younger Inklings, because shooting your friends with high-velocity weapons is exactly what kids should be doing. 100 years has passed since the end of the Great Turf War.
How
Cuttlefish
long is
now a smelly old man.
Yeah.
DJ Octavio is now in his octopus form for some unexplained reason. And Judd found a way to clone himself using the cryopod, creating Little Judd, who helps him with judging turf wars and is also secretly planning to kill Judd and take his place. At a youth singing...
Why does Chud survive so long? It's been 100 years. It's just a normal-ass cat from our age. Octopus is the smartest species in our world. I mean, the brains seem bigger, yeah. Damn, look at them.
Competition, a girl named Pearl had a voice so powerful that she destroyed the venue and was disqualified from the event. The winners were Callie and Mary, the grandchildren of Captain Cuttlefish, who used their success to...
Wow, I smell some nepotism. That's how you pronounce it in English, I guess. I think he's immortal, kind of. Oh, the immortality serum. Okay, that's good to know.
Their singing career, where they called themselves the Squid Sisters, despite actually being cousins. They were also hired to host Splatfests, which are friendly competitions that pits two sides against each other over random topics, with the Inklings competing for a chosen side using turf wars to decide on a victor. While it may seem like good, harmless fun, laws will literally get passed based on the winners of these competitions. Meanwhile, a sad Pearl left to go yodel off into the mountains, where no one could hear her sing. Wah, wah. Meanwhile, deep underground, the Octarians made the best of their situation by lining the walls of their domes with giant LCDs to simulate outside life. But they eventually ran out of power, probably related to the giant LCDs. And so DJ Octavio created brainwashing goggles that he used on the Octolings, and sent them above ground to steal all the Zapfish from Inkopolis, using their electricity to power his Octarian weapons, and sucking the great Zapfish inside of his giant turntable death machine. Captain Cuttlefish managed to recruit a young Inkling he dubbed Agent 3, who he sent on a secret mission deep underground to destroy the Octarian weapons and rescue the Zapfish.
Wow.
But halfway through their
the war veteran, guys, just recruited a 14-year-old child to do the thing. Where are the adults anyway in this universe? Electricity. Mary's officially better than Kelly. Why? Evidence suggesting the Goldust brainwashed the Octolings, but they all seem to willingly work for him.
Cuttlefish gets kidnapped.
Marina is also a veteran from the army? The dude doesn't know what he's saying.
By Octavio, and the coveted job of tutorial giver is inherited by Agents 1 and 2, who are definitely not just Callie and Mary in disguise. Eventually, Agent 3 reaches DJ Octavio himself, who had all the Octarians assembled to watch his glorious victory over the Inklings. But Callie and Mary arrive and sing Calamari Incantation, a song so bangin' that it snaps all the Octolings out of their mind control, and forces Octavio to do a little dance, giving Agent 3 the opportunity to splat him. The great Zapfish was then returned to Inkopolis, and Octavio was safely stored inside of a snow globe. Some of the freed Octolings opted to move above ground and coexist with the Inklings, but most of the Inklings have never actually seen an Octoling before, and they just assume that they're Inklings but with weird looking hairstyles. One Octoling, Marina, found Pearl yodeling in the mountains, and the two started a music group called Off the Hook, eventually taking the places of Callie and Mary as the new hosts of Splatfests. At around 2 years after the events of Splatoon 1, Cuttlefish and Agent 3 went on a mission abroad, leaving Octavio completely unattended, giving him the opportunity to break out and create newer, cooler mind-controlled shades, which he placed back onto the Octolings, even managing to get one onto Callie. The Octolings were then sent to steal the great Zapfish, and yeah, we're pretty much back in the same situation. Mary notices that her cousin, her grandpa, Agent 3, and Octavio are all missing, so she searches around Inkopolis, managing to recruit another Inkling she dubbed Agent 4, who she sent on a mission deep underground to destroy the Octarian weapons and yada yada yada, you get the deal. Moses Schellendorf's grandson, young Sheldon, also takes part in the mission.
Wait, Sheldon is an Inkling? I thought he was whatever Sheldon is. Like, huh? Sheldon is an Inkling? Cooler mind control shades. I mean, the video's funny, definitely. The video's fun. Sheldon is a horse hole trap. Yeah. But
as he gives Agent 4 brand new weapons to use on each level. Oh god, please don't make me use the sniper, Sheldon. I can't aim, Sheldon. Eventually they reach Octavio, and Mary is surprised to see that Callie is under his control. At least until she takes out a sniper rifle and shoots the shades off her head. Young Sheldon then gives Agent 4 a cannon to splat Octavio with, and he's placed back into his safety snow globe. Meanwhile, on their vacation, Cuttlefish and Agent 3 come across a freed Octoling, and Cuttlefish orders Agent 3 to attack them, with their battle causing the three of them to fall below the ground into an underground metro.
Racism.
Cuttlefish and the Octoling end up separated from Agent 3, and they agree to work together and search for a way out. With Cuttlefish...
Hey, I just wanted to kill you. Oh shit, we're stuck in this hole. Alright, let's just...
giving the Octoling the name Agent 8. Bet you thought they were going to be called Agent 5. Well, octopuses have 8 legs, I think. The two then come across an old telephone that tells them to collect 4 things in order to reach the promised land. It literally says things. I'm not just being quirky. Agent 8 returns with the 4 things, only to find out that they just assembled a giant blender, which the phone tries to blend them with. Until Agent 3 bursts through the ceiling and kicks the blender and falls on their face and gets knocked unconscious. Agent 8 casually leaves through the hole in the ceiling in search for an exit, while Cuttlefish stays behind with Agent 3, who ends up getting mind-controlled by the telephone's slime and forced to tie up Cuttlefish. Yeah, so you're probably wondering what's up with the phone. Well, apparently our old friend, the scientist, managed to create a phone box with all of humanity's knowledge stored inside, so that in the future, when new life listened to the phone box, they would not make the same mistakes that humans made. However, this phone box became sentient, and after witnessing the Inklings' gruesome wars, deemed them unworthy of life, and began blending a bunch of life forms together in an attempt to create new life, but only ended up with a weird goo that can be used to mind control people. I don't know why there's so much mind control in this series. It's kind of worrying. The phone also built a giant statue with a cannon in its mouth that it plans to fire its goo beam at Inkopolis to wipe out all the Inklings that are living in Inkopolis. There's more cities, they just don't show them. Slimy Agent 3 catches up to Agent 8 and confronts them in battle, but gets dunked on and is broken free from the telephone's control. Agent 8 finally reaches the surface and gets picked up by Pearl and Marina, with the squad realizing that the exit that 8 came out of was actually the head of Tartar's giant goo laser statue, which he plans to fire at Inkopolis. However, the entire machine is run on eco-friendly solar-powered panels, so Marina comes up with a plan of dropping a bunch of ink mines on top of it, which Agent 8 will go around detonating.
Wait, the new one isn't called Agent 5?
Covering the solar panels with ink and lowering the machine's energy output. Then Pearl will counterattack its weakened laser by amplifying her insanely loud voice, pushing back the laser and destroying Tartar and the Goo's statue.
You guys, that's how you write a character. A backstory, right? And she has a random ass detail, she has a loud voice, but then you use it later on as a plot point, and it's not just like something you wrote in there to be funny, but it has actually plot relevance. Pearl, best written character in the Splatoon universe. All the yodeling paid off.
Everyone returns to Inkopolis, and Pearl and Marina host one last Splatfest. Chaos versus Order. Chaos wins.
And they base their law on that one. Loud voice based.
Because Splatoon players are
The new one is called also 3? Damn.
demons.
Is it a spoiler? I hope not. I think we saw that in a trailer so far, right?
And that's where we are now, with our current info on Splatoon 3 being that it takes place in some post-apocalyptic Paris. Now I got one last thing to say, since I think it's going to be relevant to the plot of Splatoon 3, and I've already put too much effort into this video, so I'm just going to be showing gameplay from now on. There exists a
I mean, yeah, we ain't gonna talk about Splatoon 3 here. This is not what we want to do, right, guys? Okay, Order should have won. Same. I was on Order's side. Guys. I got a video here that we are going to watch. Let me just quickly make sure that there's no spoilers here. There's no spoilers there, okay. Now we are lore experts. Okay guys, we're gonna watch a video from Razikas now. The Splatoon lore iceberg. I also sped it up by 1.25. If it's too fast for you, just say.
Here. After getting yet another iceberg video in my YouTube recommendations, I wondered to myself, are there Splatoon icebergs out there? The answer to that question is yes, which makes sense, because despite Splatoon's cute and colorful appearance, it has a lot of lore, some of it with bizarre or creepy implications. But when looking at these iceberg memes, I felt like many didn't really go as deep as they could, or threw in baseless theories for the sake of being edgy. So I decided to make my own iceberg and further beat this meme to the ground. At first, I just wanted to add some points from some popular icebergs out there that I thought would be...
Say them? Alright. Shall we watch the video like with that speed, or should I lower it a bit? Iceberg is German. Okay, what's going on here? Damn, that's a lot. It's fine like this, right? It's okay to speed? Yeah, I think so. Alrighty, guys.
Fun to explain, and then stack a few things of my own on top of it. Because many of these icebergs were missing weird stuff from the Splatoon art books, especially the Japanese-only Haikatawaka, which I have translated a lot of. But then I went to Twitter for some suggestions and I thought of too many things, and it spiraled out of control. So behold, the ultimate Splatoon lore iceberg. I ranked points based off of how well known it was, or how cursed it was, and I posted this and I got a lot of questions, and some thought I made things up for clout. I admit some things are worded to sound edgy, but even then, I promise you, everything on this iceberg has some sort of explanation based in canon. And that's what I'm about to show you. Let's begin.
Also guys, the YouTuber's name is, how was it again? Razikas, right? Give them a sub or something. I mean, we're watching the content here on stream, but yeah, this good YouTuber, you should sub. Razikas. I see. Really good stuff. You already watched it.
The rest of
Well, we're gonna start now, and let's go.
I suppose this one comes from the question, where's the rest of Inkopolis? What's the rest of the city like? I mean, it's right there in the background. From a game design point, the developers are only showing us what we need to see right now, which is places where the Squid Kids go and turf. But looking in the background and reading the lore makes it very clear that Inkopolis is a fully functioning society that isn't exclusively centered on turf wars, even though those are culturally important. I really wish we could go and walk around the rest of the city, though. It seems like a really cool place. Adult Inklings. I see some people ask, why don't we see any adult Inklings?
Yeah?
Where are these kids' parents?
Yeah?
The answer to this one is really simple. We just don't need to see the adult Inklings. They certainly do exist, though. I mean, here's an adult. The adults are just off doing adult things like going to work. Inkopolis Square is just a small part of the city that's really popular among the youth, so not a lot of adults are hanging out there. Plus, is it really all that unusual to see high schoolers hanging out together after school without parental supervision? Not really. Inklings have no bones. Sunken Scroll number 5 confirms this. Inklings are not smart. Following the release of Octo Expansion, it was confirmed that Inklings just think that Octolings have funny hair and are not a totally separate species. So many players considered Inklings stupid for not being able to tell the two apart. Though if you think about it, their education system kind of tells them that octopuses are extinct, and it's kind of rude to ask why someone's hair looks weird. So can you really blame them for not knowing?
But
Still, the game criticizes Inklings for being consumerist hedonists.
I mean, they look very similar, right? Like the Octolings look very similar to the Inklings. So a completely different species? I don't know.
So they might not be the smartest bunch around. Jellyfish touching the ground. Throughout Inkopolis, we can see jellyfish doing this. The art of Splatoon 2 confirms that they're just having a drink. Pearl says the F word. In Session 9 of Marina's chat room in Octo Expansion, it was revealed that Pearl was in a heavy metal band, and she sang a song that was apparently very vulgar.
Okay, that's actually...
The Squid Sisters are not sisters. They're cousins. The Great Zapfish Easter Egg. During the last minute of a round at Piranha Pit, you can see the Great Zapfish swimming around.
Okay.
Splatoon is a post-apocalyptic shooter. This is at the tip of the iceberg because, although it's cursed, it's the one fact I see thrown around all the time to shock people who have no idea about Splatoon lore. Splatoon takes place during the Mollusk Era, which is 12,000 years after the human race went extinct due to the rising sea levels caused by global climate change. Remnants of human civilization, including human remains, are a fun little fact of life for the Inklings. By extension of that, mammals are extinct except for Judd. This is because Judd was cryogenically frozen 12,000 years ago. This extinction of mammals is another fact often stated in the game, and by the developers. Yes, I think that includes marine mammals, and no, I refuse to accept Marina's narwhal landlord. The Octarian Power Crisis. Octarians aren't just mindless bad guys. After losing the Great Turf War 100 years ago, the Octarians were forced to live underground. Sunken Scroll number 6 reveals that their homes are deteriorating and they're suffering through a power crisis. They're an oppressed species trying to survive, and they had a very good reason.
The politician. The Octarian politician, guys. Look at him. This looks like a fish from SpongeBob. Like this looks like a panel from SpongeBob. I don't know, something about the mouth. Why do I find that so funny? Okay. Oh, my contact lenses. Okay, good.
Taking the Great Zapfish.
Let's go.
Playable Octolings planned from the start. In the first game, hackers were able to make the enemy Octolings playable. Although the hair had clipping issues, the fact that the models had unique eyes not seen at all during the single-player campaign, and the hair was textured and coded to function properly with different ink colors, raised suspicion that there were plans to make the Octolings playable at some point.
Okay,
Developer interview confirmed this.
Okay.
Ink vanishes after battles. I think this one is a little dated, but I do remember seeing some people ask, where does the ink go? How do they clean it all up? Well, Sunken Scroll 14 in the second game confirms that there's airborne microbes that disintegrate it. Octoling asymmetry. The left and right ears of the playable Octolings are shaped differently. According to a developer interview, this was designed to mimic how real-world octopuses have a funnel on one side of the body. We're living in a simulation and free will is a lie. This is just a reference to a bizarre fourth-wall-breaking piece of dialogue. Lil Judd is a clone. His cells were placed in Judd's cryocapsule in case Judd did not survive the freezing process.
Okay.
Lil Judd's cells multiplied after
I'm not gonna lie, this is already like super entertaining.
Plug on the machine, leading to his birth. Lil Judd has an inferiority complex because he knew he was a clone from the moment he was born. And rumor has it, he's waiting to backstab Judd. Races and allegories. I think this one is pretty clear to those who played Octo Expansion, but here's what I think is one of the most glaring examples of this. When Captain Cuttlefish says, "I don't see species," it's a play on the well-meaning but ignorant phrase tossed around, "I don't see color," and he also says, "Oh, you're so articulate," which, you know, is another real-world microaggression. Octavio's humanoid form. It seems that some people forget that DJ Octavio is actually an Octoling with both an octopus and a humanoid form. You can see this humanoid form in Sunken Scroll 16 in the first game, and in Marina's chat room.
Damn, it would be cool as fuck if we could see, like, a
Salmonid
Octoling DJ Octavio in Splatoon 3 somewhere.
Octarian Treaty. This treaty is mentioned in the Salmonid Field Guide and in the second art book. Basically, the Salmonid exchange their power eggs, and in return receive Octarian technology. We can see evidence of this with how power eggs are scattered around the game's story mode, and in Salmon Run, the Griller uses the same tracking technology as the Flutters, the Gushers are the same, and Scrappers use Octarian shields.
Damn.
Offensive gesture from Inkling in Mario Kart 8. In the first version of Mario Kart 8 for the Switch, the Inkling girl makes this gesture, which is offensive in parts of Europe and Latin America. This was quickly patched to an inoffensive fist pump. Splatoon was a Mario spin-off. From the humble tofu prototype, Splatoon went through many stages of figuring out what kind of characters the game should use.
How much of the video
One
you
idea
missed?
pitched was for the game to be a Mario spin-off, taking advantage of Yoshi's many different colors. Of course, this was scrapped. Rabbits was a long-lived idea for what the main characters of the game should be, leading to the Rabbit prototype. It was scrapped once the devs realized squids made much more sense.
Squids are
the fox
so
and
much
Tanuki statues in the plaza,
like,
as well as
like
Judd,
the base
are all
design of the Inklings and Octolinks are so good. Like, just character design-wise. Like, there's a reason why they, like, are so, like, especially Japan, are so into the characters and everything.
Remnants of when the game was centered on rabbits. I guess the devs liked them so much that they figured out how to work them into the Squid world. Laughing statues. This is a rather infamous Easter egg. In Splatoon 1's Museum del Fancino, during Splatfest, the statues laugh. Ringing phones. This is an Easter egg that occurs
I did not know that. Wow, that was creepy as fuck.
Art Academy. I think of this as a less creepy spiritual successor to the laughing statues.
Okay, that's a cool one though.
Post-boss battle screams. Both before and after the Hero Mode boss battles in Splatoon 1, and the Octo Samurai battle in Splatoon 2's Hero Mode and an Octo expansion, these disturbing sounds can be heard. When Splatoon's co-director, Tsubasa Sakaguchi, was asked about this, apparently he had no idea it was in the game. Every Splatoon band member has lore. Nearly every single piece of music in Splatoon has a fictional band or musical artist attached to it, as well as album art to go with it.
Okay, I did not... Wait. I'm really not, like, educated on all of these bands, right? But this guy right here has a beard. He has a beard. So beards are canon in the universe. I mean, we don't see the adults, right? Did a series on all the bands. Damn, I see how it is. We need to watch more videos. I mean, this is gonna be the last video we watch today, right? Because I still have to prepare like 3 videos this evening. I have to order new cables. I have to get my internet going here. And I have to download and pre-order Splatoon for tomorrow, right? I still have stuff to do today. And I want to sleep, right? But in a couple of weeks, we're gonna watch even more videos. Definitely. Because the next few weeks, I first gonna play Splatoon 3, obviously. But, damn, guys, damn. Cuttlefish has a beard too, yeah, true. Wadsm going crazy with the Splatoon lore. Yeah, I'm usually a sucker for lore. I don't know why I never got into the Splatoon lore that much. I mean, I was always playing competitive.
If there's a picture of the band member, there is lore for them. While the official Twitter and Tumblr has given us a little bit of information, Haikata Walker expands on this a lot more. Scrapped hairstyle concepts.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. Awesome. I mean, it's kind of a mix of the one we have. Yeah, okay, we kind of have that one. Awesome. 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 I mean, we kind of have this one. Yeah, whatever. Weird. What is this? Awesome. We kind of have this one now. That one is awesome. We have this one. Cool as fuck. Ah, this one is nice. We kind of have this one now, right? This one we have as well. This one kind of as well. This one as well. This one we have.
Shown in the art books.
I spoke for the music lore, damn.
There's a lot of hairstyles that never really made it into the final game. Here's a few of them. I thought this guy with deep fried hair was pretty interesting. DJ Real Soul identity. DJ Real Soul is the musician behind the music that you hear in the shops. The identity of DJ Real Soul was never actually confirmed, but based on the possible shoe pun in the name and Sunken Scroll number 6 in Splatoon 2, DJ Real Soul is probably Bisque. Attempted contact with aliens. Sunken Scroll 22 has a parody of the Voyager Golden Record, and talks about how Inklings sent this disc into space in search of other intelligent life. Top half of Skull Bandana.
Dude, that is cursed. Look at that complete human, like, adult body with an Inkling. Like, this looks cursed, but I mean, there must be Inklings like this running around in the world, right? Maybe in like 10 years we're gonna have like a Splatoon game where the main characters are actually like grown-ups. I mean, at least, I think in the first game, they treated it like this, that it was the second installment, they just aged up 2 years, and 2 years were like between all the, both the games. I think they were 14 in the first one and 16 in the second one. So, I mean, in Splatoon 3 they wouldn't need to be 21, and then they would be obviously grown up, but, yeah, it's cursed. Yeah, it's so, it feels wrong. It just feels wrong. This feels like something you would see on like Rule 34, right? Nah.
Top half of Skull Bandana. Despite not being able to see it in game, the Skull Bandana has a top half. This seemingly contradicts with the fact that Inklings don't have bones. The reason why this is fully textured is unknown. Fully modeled unreleased gear. There are several pieces of gear that never made it into the final game. Some of it was just for beta testing purposes,
This one's cursed.
Some of it was redesigned and given different coloration, and some of it was completely scrapped. An infamous example of this is this Native American headdress, which likely would have stirred up some controversy. Another infamous one is the Nils mask, which is kind of creepy, but I wish we got it. There's also this Judd mask, which appears in the Grisco manual but never made it in the final game. Splatoon 1's Octoly armor and boots seem to have been planned for release for Salmon Run gear, but for some reason they never were released, so unfortunately we only have the goggles from that set. One that I find particularly bizarre is how the Tentacles helmet, a gear item from the first game, never made it into Splatoon 2. It was fully modeled and even shown off for a promo for a Splatoon 2 update, but for some reason, it never got released into the game. Captain Cuttlefish can't produce ink. In the art of Splatoon, it's mentioned that Inklings past the age of 50 begin to practice a ritual called sun drying in order to extend their lifespan. This explains why the captain is about 130 years old. A piece of dialogue in Octo expansion confirms that Inklings lose their ink as they dry out. Sanitization creates zombies. In Octo expansion, sanitization causes a loss of free will, and Marina notes that sanitized Octarians don't have a pulse or signs of life. In a developer interview for the first anniversary of Splatoon 2, a very direct comparison to zombies is made.
Yeah.
Inconsistent traffic flow. What side of the road do they drive on in Inkopolis? Moray Towers? Left side. Starfish Main Stage? Left side. Okay, so far so good. I see a pattern. It's like Japan. Arawana Mall. The right side. Albacore Hotel. Also on the right. Sheldon in the Octavio boss fight cutscene drives on the right side as well, so I'm leaning towards the right side being correct. But yeah, inconsistencies. Active Bear Area. These signs around the ruins of Arc Polaris are one of the only instances of a real-world language used in-game, showing that it's a remnant of the human era. What does it mean? Is it related to Mr. Grizz?
Yeah.
Did a bear attack the humans that were here? Who knows? Hopefully the next game has answers.
Getting scared right now.
Mari's pet.
Damn.
In Octo Canyon, we can see that Mari has a pet in a cage. All we know about it is that Callie caught it and gave it to Mari. We don't know what species it is.
That fan art is so... not fan art, that kind of looks like fan art, but it's official art, but... Look at them! The face, dude. What the... They're bears. I mean, they were bears. They were bears. What a dumb
species it is. Seriously, what is it?
The lore is scaring you. I guess it's time to click away because I think this is just gonna get more disturbing down the right line.
Splatoon 2 has a few scrapped ranked modes. There's a scrapped ranked mode that involves pushing an 8-ball towards a goal on the opposing team's side. It seems pretty similar to Rainmaker to me. There's another ranked mode called Rocket, which basically involves shooting out a rocket, and the more damage it takes and the amount of times it's launched determines how far it goes to the other team's side. Also, the rocket drops a weapon called a rocket nozzle. Models used in these videos are placeholders, so this isn't exactly how it would have looked. The Book of Madai. This is a cryptic religious prophecy from the Sunken Scroll 17 in the second game.
Okay.
When smoke rises from the 7 rings, the pinkfish will emerge from the sea, devouring all the creatures of the land. The Book of Madai, Chapter 10, Verse 10. We have no idea what this means. Illegally modified weapons. From the appearance and how overpowered they are, I think it's pretty clear that the Grisco weapons are illegally modified, and this message from Grisco Industries really hammers it in. But this isn't the only instance of weapon modification. In the second art book, there's a concept for an illegally modified E-liter. Inklings went to the moon. If you were to zoom in on the moon that appeared during some Splatfest in the second game, you can see there's this little squid-shaped thing.
Oh, that's
Octarian
cool
spies
as
at Manta Maria. In the second art book, there's concept art for this boat intended to patrol the waters around Manta Maria. It's an Octoling spy boat disguised as a fishing boat. However, I checked the stage recently, and I don't think this made it into the game itself. All I could see was the sailboats, the weird military-looking ship, and the Jamstack boat. I even tried looking through the game footage from before the update that added the Jamstack boat, and still nothing. Maybe it's in Salmon Run, but all I've seen in its background are the same-looking fishing boats. If you can find this exact boat in game, please let me know in the comments. Turquoise October backwards messages. In music by Turquoise October in Splatoon 2, which is a fictional band behind the music in Octo Valley and Octo Canyon, samples of Callie's music can be heard when some songs are played backwards. This is pointing towards Callie's brainwashing. DJ Sango. In Haikata Walker, it's mentioned that Agent 3 takes up rapping and becomes a DJ called Sango. There's some concept art throughout Haikata Walker that shows Agent 3 in this DJ outfit, but it was never mentioned in-game as far as I'm aware. So I like to imagine that this is something that they started doing after the events of Octo Expansion. Pearl was a member of Sashimori. Sashimori is one of the fictional bands behind the music that we hear in Turf Wars. I think the song of theirs is pretty memorable. This band doesn't have a vocalist. It's actually this young Octoling named Paul remixing Ancient Human Records, which is why the vocals don't have the same gargly quality that sea creatures have. However, before Paul was in the game, they were actually a wall of sound metal band with a singer with a very powerful voice. They kicked the singer out though for being too domineering. Sound familiar?
Yeah.
In an interview, Splatoon creator Hisashi Nogami
is getting more and more interesting to me. I'm not gonna lie. Pearl? Pearl? Guys, Pearl?
Was asked if Pearl was their old singer. He said to leave it to your imagination. I think that's a yes. The power core is a Zapfish egg. In two of the escape phases in Octo Expansion, we see this energy core which has the face of a Zapfish. Personally, I was a little bit confused about where this stood in the life cycle of a Zapfish because we do have this diagram in the Schellendorf, and this thing doesn't match anything on there. I was kind of thinking that maybe it's filling in that question mark spot on the diagram. Well, Haikata Walker confirmed that the core is a Zapfish egg. Mating lures. On the armor in the first game, there's a squid fishing lure attached to it. In the first art book, it's further explained that this lure is a hip accessory designed to attract the opposite sex, and that it's an item almost everyone has in this world. It's just an interesting little tidbit about squid culture.
Okay.
Salmonid are not barbarians. Despite appearances, Salmonid are intelligent species, as evidenced with their ability to trade with the Octarians, build and operate machinery, and produce complex music, among other things. They also have their own culture, and a seemingly high regard for the natural order of life and death.
Actually, the music of Salmon Run is so cool, with like all the cellos and stuff. It's so goofy.
Complex
I didn't know that's like a Salmonid.
They also have their own culture, and a seemingly high regard for the natural order of life and death.
Family owns
There's an interview which I translated that outlines their
What?
cultural attitudes in
Really?
more detail, but I'm not going to go too into this because I already made another video about it. So if you're interested in obscure Salmonid lore, go watch that video. Inklings are cannibals. This is the wording everyone throws around, but it's really not that edgy or weird in the context of the Splatoon world. Maybe. There's one interview with Nogami where he talks about what food Inklings eat, stating that they don't eat the meat of mammals since they're extinct, and also no milk for the same reason. He mentions that they eat veggies, birds, and fish, and that Inklings could eat squids, which is what led to the cannibalism comparisons. But these fish and squids exist in the same non-sentient form as they do in our world, and it's clear that although Inklings are squids, they've definitely evolved to be much different than their counterparts in the ocean. Relation-wise, it'd be more akin to us eating monkeys, except it's like the normal thing because fish normally eat each other anyways. Like, oh, Krusty Sean, he's feeding you his brother, and oh no, he's feeding you parts of his own body. Like, no, there's shrimp in the ocean. It's the same form as in real life. Tying into all that, Nogami also talks about how the food chain exists in the Splatoon world as it does in real life. Like, there's all these predatory fish species walking around on the surface. There's no good reason for all of them to suddenly become vegans for some weird moral reasons. Like, no, they're going to eat fish like they always have. And if we're throwing in morals, eating fish from the ocean would probably be the more morally okay way of doing that. However, exactly how the food chain functions in Splatoon is open to interpretation according to Nogami, and it seems like these darker interpretations are not entirely out of the question. In another interview, he says that, in Japan, we think of squids and octopi as being, maybe natural enemies is too strong, but they compete against each other. They use each other as food sometimes, and we've continued those thoughts as we made our world. The world he's talking about being the Splatoon world, of course. So maybe the sentient species can eat each other?
Cannibals?
More on that in a second. salmonid meat in Mako Mart.
In the oceans?
Salmon fillets can be seen in the stage Mako Mart. In an interview, Splatoon director Seita Inoue comments on this with, "The relationship between inklings, salmonid, and jellyfish has not changed since before they evolved, and although inklings don't eat jellyfish, that's not limited to salmonid. So that does seem to imply that this is salmonid meat." Gen 83. This is just Marina's name when she was in the Octarian army. This raises some questions like, what does gen mean? Generation? If it does mean generation, then who's the other 82 generations? I loved Octo Expansion, don't get me wrong, but my biggest critique is that it gave us this interesting new setting and gave us a very character-centered story that raised even more questions and gave us very few answers. We still don't really know much about Octarian culture after all these years, and that kinda sucks. Lake Biwa map. There's a brand that you can see throughout Splatoon 2 that has a map outline of something in its logo.
Yeah, little buddy.
It's actually Lake Biwa, which is a giant...
We're gonna snack on little buddy. That's the plot twist of Splatoon 3, guys. You heard it here first. Oh, little buddy, no.
Lake near the Kyoto Prefecture, where Nintendo's headquarters are. Something I don't think I've ever seen anyone else point out, though, is that the small Inkling language text underneath seems to read Shiga, which is the name of the prefecture that Lake Biwa is located in.
Okay.
Carla was a denizen of the deep.
Black
Carla
hair?
is the scaly-foot gastropod basis for the
I
band
ranked
Sashimori.
social. Oh,
Apparently,
really?
she's very silent and nothing is known about her past or even how old she is. Scaly-foot gastropods are a deep-sea species, and in some concept art in Haikata Walker, she was going to be someone you'd see on the deep-sea metro. Of course, this idea was scrapped, and her design was reused to make her a band member. The jellyfish hive mind. Jellyfish are weird. For one thing, they reproduce asexually, and we have this very bizarre piece of official art depicting this. But they're also all part of a hive mind. In an interview with Splatoon director Hisashi Nogami, he says that the jellyfish aren't really individuals. It's more like they're all parts of a larger organism. So even when you see them playing in the pool, or when you spot two jellyfish lovers hanging out by the poolside, it isn't that they're actually jellyfish in love, but more like they want to behave like or impersonate what it would be like if they were jellyfish lovers. Nogami also mentions the jellyfish that watch the Inklings battle. What if they are actually the sponsors behind these battles? Maybe they're the ones supporting the whole turf war industry. So jellyfish may be pretty powerful in the Splatoon world. Mari is related to Tony Kensa. In Splatoon 2, Mari's kimono bears a family crest which, according to the second art book, belongs to the Kensaki family. Tony Kensa, the gear brand with the cool black and white clothing, is named Tataki Kensaki in Japanese. The Kensaki family on this crest may be the same Kensaki family behind the clothing brand. Deciphered Inkling language. Some of the Inkling language does resemble real words, be it in English or Japanese, but most of it is straight up gibberish. There does seem to be some internally consistent fonts, however. In Haikata Walker, there's a page showing the fonts used in Octo Expansion, but for the first time we actually get an Inkling language font. Using this as a reference, we can
By the way, my follower alert. Oh, I disabled it for the test fire. I forgot to turn it on again. God damn it. God damn it. I mean, there have been followers the whole day. You didn't get a follower alert. That is disappointing, guys. I humbly apologize for not giving you your 2-second follower alert. I mean, some people don't really like if they have follower alerts on stream. I get that as well. I kind of find it, like, I don't know. I don't like to be seen myself. You know, okay, I stream. But at least when I'm watching a stream, you know. But, oh, am I an idiot? Are they there? Wait, they are there? But there should be a sound. Can someone follow? I mean, the alert is just thank you in Inklingish. There it is, guys. Thank you very much. There we go. I hope you didn't just defollow to follow again, but okay. Thanks for all the follows. Nice. But it sounds like thank you, doesn't it? That's why I use it, so yeah.
Actually read some of the text used in game. Some of it is sensible but corrupted, and some of it is weird English placeholder text. wedding portraits? Another Tumblr user actually deciphered one of the fonts used in-game, and that showed it was also internally consistent for the most part. They made a very long post detailing the process and showing examples throughout the game, but unfortunately this post is deleted. I made this quick graphic showing what examples specifically I remember from the deleted post, like from the iShipIt logo and the claw machine in the square. Numbers 3, 7, 10, 15, 17, 18. Deadfish, the fictional DJ behind much of the music in Octo expansion, numbers her music from 0 to 19. However, for an unknown reason, the numbers I just listed are missing. Ark Polaris was a failed space colonization mission. Ark Polaris is, of course, the name of the ship that crashed in the Salmon Run stage, the ruins of Ark Polaris. Judging from the English lettering on the ship and the area surrounding, it's heavily implied that this is something that was built by humans. We know that humans tried going underground to survive the rising sea levels and failed. But also, these ruins show us that they did try to go into space too, and failed.
Wait, no
the Ark
more
in the
alerts?
name is likely in reference to Noah's Ark, and maybe the humans tried to take some animals with them into space, and one of those animals may have been a bear, judging from the active bear area signs scattered around the stage. Who knows? Fax machine origins. This fax machine, which is basically a religious artifact, delivers the Splatfest themes. We do know where the fax machine messages come from. The explanation given is that basically words from our time have, I guess, been recorded, and then those messages fly into space, bounce off a planet, and then return to Earth 12,000 years later. There's still a lot of other questions, such as, where did this fax machine come from? Did it belong to some important human, or is it just a random one that happened to be functioning when the Inklings dug it up? Is there some relevance to the bouncing off a planet thing? Did some humans actually successfully make it into space? Honestly, I think it's more BS Splatoon science to explain how many of the themes can get kind of fourth wall breaking, but I could be wrong. The SOS message. For New Year's in 2020, we received this official piece of art. The reflection in the water resembles SOS, and to prove that this is no coincidence, a closer look at the waves read, "Save our salmon." Unlike some of the other insane theories that come up.
Yeah, there were so many theories about this. I mean, we're gonna find out in the story mode, I guess. But it didn't look like that the salmons had much to say. Or it's like the story mode doesn't focus on it, right? Maybe there's something going on with Salmon Run then. Maybe there's gonna be like a big Salmon Run event, or even like the DLC deals with that.
About from official art, this one does really seem to be foreshadowing something plot relevant for the next game.
Alright.
No child labor laws. This one is kind of edgy sounding, but all these 14-year-olds are able to walk right in and work for Grisco, which is a sketchy job. Also, the Octarian army employs child soldiers. Thousands of dead test subjects. As revealed in the end of Octo expansion, Tartar kills and blends up test subjects in his efforts to collect biomass to create the perfect life form. This is known to those who finished Octo expansion, but it's very disturbing, hence its placement. I originally had this as over 10,000 dead test subjects, and I know I saw some other icebergs say 10,007 because Agent 8 is number 10,008, or 10,006 when remembering Isopadre was also a test subject. But these numbers both aren't really accurate, because the only ones who were blended up were the ones who finished all the tests, because those were the perfect specimens. A developer interview revealed that many test subjects did not make it to the end and dropped out, and presumably were not blended up. So we actually don't know how many test subjects were killed. Not 10,000, but it still has to be a lot. Non-cephalopods can turf. It was revealed in Haikata Walker that Kuze from High Tide Era, Blow from Bottom Feeders, and Ryu Chang from Sashimori all play in a Rainmaker team together. As we know, Rainmaker is an ink-related sport, and these fish guys are not ink-based cephalopods. So there may be alternate means of having non-ink-based creatures play ink sports, or there's ink-free variants of these games.
Okay.
Pearl destroyed the reef.
Warning, this video might be disturbing. Should I put on a warning disturbing alert here?
Trailer for Splatoon 2, we can see that the stage, the reef, looks a bit different. Notably, the bridge is made of wood instead of stone. In a developer interview, it is stated that Pearl's powerful infrastructure-damaging voice is the reason why the bridge is now made of stone. Unused Octarian Executioner. In an early trailer for the first Splatoon game, we can see this odd-looking Octarian design that never made it into the final game. With the black hood, this design feels very reminiscent of an old-timey executioner. The Professor. The Professor is a mysterious, long-dead human. The Professor is the man who cryogenically froze Judd, alongside Lil Judd, ensuring his survival. The AI Commander Tartar also mentions that he was built by a professor, which led some people to theorize that the professor who froze Judd and the professor who built Tartar are the same guy, but there's actually no need to theorize this because this is a fact that was confirmed in a developer interview. One of the crate-busting stations in Octo expansion involves breaking crates into the shape of Judd, which is supposed to hint at this. I don't think the professor is straight up evil or anything. This dude clearly liked his cat a lot, and his intent when programming Tartar was for the next intelligent life form to not repeat the same mistakes of the human race. It was just Tartar's own loneliness which caused this programming to disregard those intents and become genocidal. I can't help but wonder if there's any other things in Splatoon that'll come up that was also created by this professor. Agent
will
8
play
actually
Splatoon 3,
dies.
yes.
So during the escape
Same.
phases in Octo Expansion, whenever you die, you notice
soon.
that there's a lot more panic from Captain Cuttlefish and the like. Unlike the stations, there's no respawning. You actually die. A developer interview confirmed this, saying that when you die in the escape phases, the game goes back in time so you can redo it. Marina, Paul, and Deadfish are all connected. A passage in Haikata Walker directly acknowledges this connection. Rumors float about regarding the relationship between Deadfish, Sashimori's young octoling DJ Paul, and Marina from Off the Hook. First off, the same thing is drawn on the hats worn by Deadfish and Paul. Are they blood relatives, or do they just like the same brand? Also, Marina and Deadfish are both DJs, so it wouldn't be too surprising if they performed together in the past.
Okay.
Also, apparently, Marina is friends with Paul according to some Japanese dialogue from the Fam vs. Friends Splatfest. Are you ready to join something bigger than yourself? When you're about to enter the quote-unquote promised land in Octo Expansion, Tartar asks if you're ready to join something bigger than yourself. Some eagle-eyed fans noted that this piece of dialogue is weirdly similar to something Mr. Grizz says to you when you first try to get a job at Grizzco. Very suspicious. Mr. Grizz's identity. Mr. Grizz's identity right now is of course unknown, as it'll probably have some more relevance in the next game. It is widely theorized Mr. Grizz is a bear because of his name and the fact that he talks through a bear statue radio, and with all the bear references in the ruins of Ark Polaris. Although there's all these signs pointing to this, personally I really hope he's not an actual mammalian bear. I would just find that disappointing more than anything. It's the one thing that literally everyone is predicting, and I really want the devs to throw us a curveball in terms of Mr. Grizz's identity. I mean, this dude is trying so hard to keep himself a secret from the players. Why would he have his name and statue look just like him? It's just way too on the nose and silly. For all we know, Mr. Grizz isn't even real. There's one dev interview that brings up that Mr. Grizz might not even be monitoring Salmon Run, and his voice is just a text-to-speech thing. And this leads to the possibility of Mr. Grizz being an AI, which would be thematically fitting with the "are you ready to join something bigger than yourself" thing I just talked about. I have a few ideas about Mr. Grizz's identity, but nothing I feel super concrete about just because, of course, I could be wrong. Personally, I like to think he's not even a real guy and just a company persona managed by some shady figures. As long as he's not a bear, I'll be happy.
Oh, nice. This is getting
World War V.
intense.
What we're told in-game is that the rising sea levels from global warming is what caused the mass extinction of all mammals. But a comic in the back of the first art book reveals that it wasn't just gradual global warming alone. Apparently, humans had 5 world wars, and during the last of these world wars, someone launched a nuke into the polar ice caps, which caused the ice to rapidly melt. Labor strikes at Sturgeon Shipyard. In a description in the second art book for Sturgeon Shipyard, it's mentioned that the aging facilities have led to poor working conditions, which has led to frequent strikes. There's a few posters and a newspaper in-game that seems to reference this. At least 20 different countries exist. Warabi, the octoling beatsmith from the band Despair, has a biography in Haikata Walker. It's mentioned that he has toured over 20 different countries in a single year. So yes, this is direct proof that there are many different countries in the Splatoon world. Giant doors in the Deep Sea Metro. In the Deep Sea Metro, we can see the subway doors, and this door in Central Station, for example, is very large. I do remember seeing some people pointing this out when the game was released, and just how weird it is. There is a passage in Haikata Walker that explains this. Basically, the deep sea denizens have much bigger heads and bodies compared to the octolings, so the infrastructure has changed to accommodate them. The Amoses Schellendorf posters. Scattered throughout the Deep Sea Metro are these posters, which bear a heavy resemblance to Sheldon's grandpa, Amoses Schellendorf. Is this proof that he's still alive in the Deep Sea Metro? Or is it just a cool art movement? Or are these posters not even of him and it's just some other old dude? Inkopolis Square crime rates. In a passage in the second art book, it's revealed that Inkopolis Square used to not be the best neighborhood, and it was a place where minor crimes would frequently occur. That is, up until it was renovated about a year and a half before the beginning of Splatoon 2. Tartar's corpse is on Mount Nantai. This is one where it's kind of edgy sounding, but there's a bit of truth to it. In this panel from the Splatoon manga, Marina puts Tartar's busted phone body on Mount Nantai, which is a place that's been referenced a few times in game, but we've never been able to see. I'm a bit wary about calling stuff from the manga canon, but there doesn't really seem to be anything that contradicts this yet. However, some people have noticed this old phone in Octo Canyon. I don't think this is Tartar, as the events of Octo Canyon and Octo Expansion occur independently of each other, and I think the phone would have been more busted up if it was Tartar. I think this was just foreshadowing to Octo Expansion, with the oxidization of the copper being a similar color to sanitized ink. Clownfish are second-class citizens. This one is also kind of edgy sounding, but hear me out. Particle, who is the sea anemone girl from the band Chirpy Chips, has this black clownfish on her head. According to a passage in Haikata Walker, this clownfish is dying of neglect. This is a bit alarming, as we know that clownfish are sentient, with how Annie's clownfish, Mo, would say rude things to you in the first game. So are clownfish just treated like pets even though they're intelligent? What is going on here? Dead clam graffiti.
Dark.
You know this cute-looking blobfish graffiti that you can see around Inkopolis? It is not a blobfish. It is a clam. And most of them are dead. In Haikata Walker, there's an interview with the fictional artist behind this piece of graffiti, as well as with another graffiti artist who drew intestines on everything during Splatoon. Remember that? I think this interview gives some really interesting insight on how Inkopolis culture has a different definition on what's appealing or cute. Like, for example, it's mentioned that in the Splatoon version of the Olympics, they had an endearing mascot which was a parasitic nematode. This is probably one of the most obscure things on this iceberg in my opinion, because as far as I know, I'm the only one who translated this, and not a lot of people read it, because it is so long. So I'll link it to you in the description if you want to read it. Judd is an immortal telepath. Judd is weird. This is a cat that is 12,000 years old. The artist Splatoon 2 confirms that the professor injected Judd with an immortality serum. So yes, the Judd in those 2,000-year-old drawings in one of the Sunken Scrolls is the same cat and not a clone from several generations ago. It's also confirmed that he telepathically talks to the Inklings, which makes sense when you look at his dialogue in-game. He just gives you a meow, and then what he's actually saying is in parentheses. Judd is also very wise. According to a comic telling his backstory in the first art book, his innate ability to judge how much a side is winning was used during the time of humans, by what looks to be some world leaders or military generals deciding where to launch some missiles.
Fuck. What?
Unexplained geomagnetism. There's a few pieces of dialogue in Splatoon 2 that mentions mysterious magnetic fields which affect Inkling's ability to super jump and salmon run, it affects Pearl's phone, it distorts time and space, you know, stuff like that. The reason for this has not been explained at all. I actually made another video talking about this more in depth. So if you want to hear my theory,
I never look at him the same way. That's a fucking
Tartar
god.
Beta concept. This is something that's somewhat well known, but it sure is creepy. God, look at that thing. All fake eyes and teeth in the blender, the sausage arms, the meat grinder. This would have been such a cool final boss.
What?
There's a few other concepts that are not quite as scary, but they are pretty cool too. Nil's statue digestive system.
Dude, I want something like that in
escape phases in Octo expansion are named after internal organs. Want to see how that looks on the outside? Yay. I think a more accurate way of describing what I had in mind for this point would be Nil's statue exposed internal organs. I'll talk more about the digestive system thing in a bit though. Fun fact though, the Japanese names actually tell the functions of the different areas. The coccyx phase is a prison. The Vili stage is a control zone. The belly phase is a disinfection site. The intestinal phase is called the hormone corridor. The diaphragm phase is the control tower. The peristalsis phase is called the flow passage. And the spinal phase is called the spinal central hole. The Kamaboko logo is designed to look like, poop. This is why I called the image in the previous point the digestive system. The caption on the previous piece kinda translates to an image showing how the internal structure of the human body has been applied to that of the Nil statue. While looking at the statue, we can't help but wonder, are we just something that gets digested through its body? The rumor that the Nils logo represents a stylish turd suddenly has some truth to it. Some handwritten text nearby reads, "Then digest everything and knead it well and it'll turn into one thing," with an arrow pointing to a turd. The phrase I translated to stylish turd was kakoi unko, so if you speak Japanese, take that as you will. Great turf war weapons of mass destruction. This came from a point on a different iceberg that I saw that was instead about Octarian weapons of mass destruction, which I assumed was an edgy reference to the Great Octo weapons and how those were made for war. But I didn't think that was obscure bottom of the iceberg worthy. So I expanded this to include what the Inklings have created. In a comic in the back of the first art book, we actually get this rough depiction of the Great Turf War. We can see this funny little Octarian aircraft carpet bombing whatever's below, but we also get these very cryptic, massive squid things imposed over a burning cityscape, which gives off a very War of the Worlds feeling. I'm quite sure these are supposed to be Inkling weapons of mass destruction. These aren't the only examples I have, though. In the Splatoon manga, there's a legendary splatter shot designed by a Moses Schellendorf, which is capable of blasting a hole in the side of a mountain. Although it's from the manga, which I'm a little iffy about the canon status of, it does appear it was designed by one of Splatoon's concept artists, so I thought it was worth mentioning this. 247 siblings. In Haikata Walker, it's mentioned that Nishida, the herring guitarist for High Tide Era, is the youngest of 247 siblings. This is at the very bottom of the iceberg because of its implications and the questions it raises. Herrings in real life can lay tens of thousands of eggs, so that shows that the sentient fish creatures in Splatoon have similar reproductive strategies as their counterparts in the ocean. Real-world fish tend to just lay their eggs, abandon the children, and hope those children don't get eaten. But surely, Inkopolis society is a bit more different than that, right? Like, there has to be laws regulating this. Are these two parents watching over all these children? Like, there's no way two parents can watch over all these kids. Like, this would have to be a community effort, so there isn't child neglect going on. Like, are the streets of Inkopolis filled with unsupervised tiny fish children? Is this what Nogami was talking about with the food chain situation? Like, were some of these children eaten? Was there many more eggs that didn't make it? Is this partially why land has been fought over so fiercely in Splatoon because of this overpopulation from all these sentient fish being able to lay thousands of eggs? Okay, I'm starting to get into baseless theory territory, but I do have a theory surrounding this and how it could be regulated. Maybe I should make another video about it, but still, what the fuck? Deep Sea Rave Missing Persons. In Haikata Walker, details are given about a giant rave that was held in the deep sea. During this event, DJ Sango and Marina had an 8-hour-long rap battle. Pearl and Captain Cuttlefish also had a rap battle, and it was filled with unairable, unprintable language. The event was attended by 60 billion.
Lore.
Yes, 60 billion. The number used isn't even a real number. When people use this number in Japanese, apparently they usually mean a billion. It's maybe an exaggeration, but if 247 siblings is anything to go by, I don't know, it could be literal. Still, it was attended by way too many, and there are still people missing since the event. Wow, thank you if you watched all of this. Some of you might disagree with the placement of where some things are on this iceberg, and that's fine because I believe some things could be switched around too. But honestly, I don't really care anymore. I eventually reached a point where I got sick of moving things around and I ran out of room in some tiers, and that's how it is.
I don't want to scroll down here because there might be spoilers here. Wait, let me check. Nah. Go sub to them, guys. I guess they are the lore. The lore. Guy or gal or human for Splatoon on YouTube. Hey Ray, hope you're doing fine. Lore, yeah, that's crazy. Guys, that is actually crazy, guys. Actually crazy, Daisy. They banned spoilers. Okay, good thing that we're kind of safe at this moment, aren't we? I don't know. I gotta stop soon. I just want to quickly go into Splatoon 3 because tomorrow, guys, I'm gonna already stream Splatoon 3. I hope I'm gonna get access at the Australian midnight release, right? That would be like around the afternoon for European time and morning for NA time tomorrow, right? Already Splatoon? How crazy would be that? Splatoon 3, I mean. And then we could actually play this game. I mean, the only thing I could play here is this stupid tutorial area, right? But no more Splatoon 2, but Splatoon 3. Can you imagine? I'll let me play. I'm new on Twitch. Oh, happy first watching with your new account then, I guess. Oh, I don't have it. Right. It's 18 hours away. I mean, yeah. For Australia, it's 18 hours, right? September 8th. Guys, but this thing... Move, let's go, guys. Movement, we see. We squid roll. We just squid roll. Wow! And yeah, I already have the muscle memory down for this thing, I guess. Ah. Ah, this feels so good, guys. Ah. And also doing some squid surges, I guess. Oh wait, squid surges are more fun on the other side, which I can't get over to, apparently. But damn it. Okay, let's do some here. Okay, guys. Tomorrow we're gonna play this Wadsm. I live in Australia at 6 AM. So yeah, 18 hours, right? 18 more hours. Is everyone hyped? I hope so, everyone's hyped. I mean, if you're not hyped, what's wrong with you? Guys, I'm just gonna send you over to Dapple Productions. They're running a Splatoon 2 tournament right now. Probably one of the last ever for Splatoon 2, right? If you just want to watch some competitive content to hype you up for what Splatoon 3 might bring tomorrow. Oh, it's gonna be so good. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you tomorrow in 18 hours. I'm gonna be live streaming and it's gonna be good. It's gonna be glorious. Alright, guys. See you around. Bye bye. Depson emote. Yeah, we kinda need to get one. Don't we? Alright. See you guys. Bye bye.